change a baby's diaper. Changing a baby's diaper is pretty simple, but sometimes it can be very stinky or gross and very daunting when you want to go into it. So knowing how to do it is a lot better than going into it not knowing, because maybe it's someone saying, hey, will you change my child's diaper? Or maybe it's somebody that's your child and they're like needing a diaper change and you realize, oh crap, I've never changed a diaper before. Well, here today, I'm gonna show you how to change a baby's diaper properly. First, you're gonna need a baby, but that's beside the point. Knowing how to change a baby's diaper makes life so much easier. So you're gonna need 3 things. You're gonna have to know how to gather supplies, change the baby's diaper, and aftercare. Aftercare is very important, and we're gonna need to learn that as well. So, first starting off, we're gonna need to gather our supplies. You're gonna need diapers, we're gonna need diaper cream, we're gonna need maybe a bottle in case it depends on your baby and what other supplies you need, but this is maybe the basics. You need a bottle, you need wipes, you need baby powder, you need maybe a smaller bottle, depends on what kind of baby, like I said, you have. Then you're gonna need a change table. Today I'm using a blanket, that's okay, but you're gonna need a change table. Then you're gonna need a toy, maybe a smaller toy or something like that, and you're gonna need a pacifier. But I don't have a pacifier today, so we're gonna act like I do. Then you're gonna need your baby. You're gonna lay your baby down. After you have everything ready to go for doing this, make sure it's all close to you when you start, because if it's not close and near to you, then it can be very dangerous, because if you have to leave your baby at the change table, she could fall and get very hurt. Now, when we're going into changing the baby's diaper, you're gonna need to take the clothes off. So you're gonna do that very easily and pull it over one arm and the next arm, and then hopefully maybe it's a 2-piece, but most likely it's gonna be a 1-piece, and you're gonna pull it off easily and slowly, because the baby is very fragile and their skin is very soft, and we don't want to rub it or make it painful, anything like that. Then you're gonna want to easily remove the dirty diaper, because the dirty diaper has maybe poop or pee in it, and we don't want that everywhere. So we're gonna do it very easily and just make sure we can assess the situation before moving on. So let's say my baby has poop. We're gonna wanna take the wiping, and we're gonna wipe front to back, and then around the bottom. If we wipe from back to front, we could get things in crevices, and that just, it's not good. It can cause infection and take a lot more time than we really need to take. So once our baby's bottom is clean, we're gonna throw the wipes in the dirty diaper. Once the wipes are in the dirty diaper, we're going to want to fold the diaper up and set it to the side. We're not gonna throw it away yet, because then again, we cannot leave our child. So we're gonna just set it to the side. Then, once we set it to the side, we have to grab our diaper. Now, this is a fast moving thing. I'm not going fast because I'm teaching, but normally it would be a fast moving thing, because if you have a little boy, he'll pee on you, and sometimes girls will pee on you as well. So we just want to make this fast. When putting the diaper on, the 2 straps go in the back of the baby. Now, when we are attaching the diaper, we're going to want to put the front between the 2 legs. And on normal diapers, maybe for infants, there's lines telling you where the strap, like the Velcro strap, will go. And if it doesn't reach there, or if it can go over that, that means that it's too big or too small. And it will work for now, but that means you need to go to the store now or have someone go for you to go get it out of the diaper, because it can spill leakage or cause rashes, and you just don't want that. So once your baby has their diaper on, you're going to want to make sure they don't have any rashes, or it's not too tight, like I was saying, because it can cause rashes. And then you're going to want to make sure that they don't cry. Now, if they're crying at this point, even if later on they were crying, you're going to want to hand them a toy. Now, this toy will maybe soothe them, and if the toy doesn't work, try a pacifier, and maybe they're just hungry and you're going to try a bottle. But if they're not big enough for that, I would wait and just wait for you to hurry up and get the diaper changed and then give them a pacifier. So let's say you have all this done. Well, you're still not done. You still need to put their clothes back on. The baby's going to get cold, and you're not going to want her to cry because she's cold. So go ahead and get your clothes out and start putting it on. This process might take you a little bit longer than you would expect because your baby's gonna squirm. It's a human being of itself and it's just gonna squirm. So you're gonna wanna put it on slowly and let it wiggle because you're not gonna be able to control it. You're not gonna wanna squeeze it or pull it because it's fragile and you could break them. So once you have the clothes on, you're gonna wanna make sure that it fits. Now, sometimes it can be a little snug, which is fine, especially if it's a newborn because it symbolizes maybe the womb for them and it's comforting. But if it's too tight, it can be uncomfortable and no one wants the baby to be uncomfortable, especially because it can't tell you it's uncomfortable. So, you don't want to drop your changing table, but mine's a blanket so it slipped, but that's okay. So if it doesn't fit, like this one doesn't fit, we're gonna take it off. And we're gonna go and make sure we get another one because we want the clothes to fit so our baby is comfortable. But let's say we already have our clothes on and it fits perfectly. We're gonna want to take our baby and soothe it first. Then we're gonna put them maybe in a playpen or a rocker or to someone we know. Once the baby is out of the way, we're gonna move on to aftercare. Aftercare, I feel, in my opinion, is one of the most important parts because that's cleaning up the situation. You're going to want to clean the area and make sure that there's no leftover feces laying around for your baby to touch, or maybe your infant, the other one, to touch and get sick. So, first going on, you're going to want to remove all the materials you use and put them back where they go. But do not put the toy in that situation, or maybe the pacifier in that area, or the bottle. You're going to want to put the bottle in the kitchen and wash it because the baby was holding it while getting a diaper change and that can have nastiness on it. Then take the toy and throw it in the washing machine. Then you're going to want to pick up. Take this and make sure you clean your changing table off before you put it away. Once it's cleaned off, put it away. Then you are done. You are completely put up. So now that you know that how to put everything away, you are ready to change your own diaper one day. So see, it's not as daunting as you thought. You're ready? Go and embrace how you can change your child's diaper or maybe a friend's diaper. Thank you.